Hey guys, it's Nate, aka TheFutAccountant. Welcome back to the channel. The final few days of Team of the Year begin today. Of course, we're all waiting for what hopefully is a great unlimited repeatable pack grind via an 8220 or 82 times 12 or some other sort of SBC like that. But evolutions are something that I want to focus in on today because they've been picking up steam recently. They've been leveling up quite literally. We've been evoing cards to higher ratings. The Inside Edge Evo takes cards up to 90 rated with stats going above 90 in multiple areas, and we're finally able to upgrade 87 rated cards as Evo requirements have moved to max 87 on some Evos. Now, the leakers are talking about evolutions right now a lot, specifically with a new type of Evo coming out that only icons fit into. We've had Evos like this before and they've not been very good, but this one actually seems promising. So I want to take a look at that today and how it's actually making some cards move on the market already. Plus, today's content on Monday isn't expected to be that great, but there are some very good free packs and objectives just for watching the last FC Pro live stream today. So we're going to talk about that and show those packs and also talk about what other content we could be seeing on a Monday as we await that unlimited repeatable pack grind. Fingers crossed. Let's talk about it, guys. If you're excited for it, drop a thumbs up on the video, hype the video, and subscribe if you are new. Now, we're going to go over yesterday's Sunday content first with our 5th live event being released as a part of the whole Team of the Year live events. This is the second to last one. We're going to have one more of these released in a couple of days, and that is it. But the craziest thing about this live event 5 is the squad restrictions that we have to play under. If you go into Team of the Year live event 5, you see the squad requirements. It's behind my face cam here, but it's a max 80 overall team. And this is bringing back one of the OG methods back in the older FIFAs that people used to get easier matchmaking: bronze benching. The theory was you put bronze cards on your bench to have a lower rated overall side so that maybe you would match somebody who had a worse team than you. And a lot of people did this back in the old days of FIFA. I remember FIFA 15, 16, this was kind of popular. Even before that as well, I believe it was very, very popular. But now it has a bit of a relevant purpose because you're trying to lower your squad rating as much as possible. Now, I've got cards in here that are too high rated. I just wanted to show you with my main team. Like, my main team was an 88 or 89 rated team before this. Now with the bronzes on the bench, it's down to 83. And the crazy thing about this is, take a look at your club because you might be able to make a couple thousand coins. Guys, the lowest rated cards in the game right now, that is 47 and 48 rated cards, they are selling for multiple thousands of coins. Like, seriously, I'm going to look up one of these cards right now and show you that this is actually happening. 47 rated Zhang Wei. Yeah, selling for 4K. If you have any of these in your club, sure, you could put them into your squad and get an 80 rated squad if you want to do that with bronze benching, but also take the coins because this is free coins. These cards probably don't sell for this much normally, and they're really only selling right now because people are going and buying these to make their squads as low rated as they possibly can. So kind of crazy to see that, but I wanted to mention that because you probably got some cards in your club, and that is some free coins. Now, the rewards for the Team of the Year Live Event 5 are pretty typical, right? 84 by 10 group reward there. There is another Evo in here, which I'm a fan of. Max 86, doesn't boost the overall, +1 shooting, and gives low driven shot base. And then there's some other packs inside of here as well. Pretty typical rewards there in that live event. Team of the Year Live Event 4 expires today. I'm also saying that for myself because I need to get that one done before the content drop today. A lot of gameplay that I'm kind of pushing off with the pack grind, and I got to catch up on some of that, especially because there's some good rewards, and I do not want to miss out on those reward packs, especially for the Gauntlet. The Gauntlet ends today as well at content, so make sure you get those games in if you have time to. I'm trying to finish up scoring in 12 games to get that full reward there for the really good packs that are in the Gauntlet rewards. Now, let's go look at yesterday's new evolution that released. It's 30,000 coins, repeatable twice, the Power Play Evo. It's max 86, does not boost the overall of the card, and it only gives playstyles, but it gives very good playstyles, and it does give a playstyle plus. Low driven base, then low driven plus, rapid, tiki-taka, finesse shot, technical trickster, and game changer. Now, at first I look at this and I'm thinking, wow, 30,000 coins is a lot just for an Evo that gives a playstyle plus and some other playstyles. But honestly, if you put this on the right card, it could very easily be worth 30,000 coins. I just don't know for all cards if it's worth that much. And again, I like that it doesn't boost the overall. That is great for chains, but at the same time, we're hoping for evos that are giving us bigger boosts, because we've had chain evos like this forever, and you can't put the World Tour Silver Superstar icons in this. So I don't know how many guys you're trying to still evo up from low levels, but for me, there's not that many, and I think that's one of the reasons why this evo is downvoted. But the playstyles and the playstyle plus is very good, so I just kind of wish it was maybe 10k instead of 30,000 coins. But that was our new Evo that we had yesterday, and we're going to be talking about Evos again a little bit later in the video. Now, let's go to SBCs, where we had, just for starters, a new Team of the Year Challenge. Team of the Year Challenge 5 was dropped yesterday. If you want to get that one done, that's for a rare gold pack tradable. And we also had the 85x3 Attackers pack. We knew this was coming, right? Friday, we had the Defenders pack. Saturday, we had the Midfielders pack. And then yesterday on Sunday, we had the Attackers pack. And also yesterday, the Defenders pack refreshed. Now today, the Midfielders pack is going to refresh. And probably the biggest thing I can tell you with these is do your 83x10s first and then craft into this. The Midfielder pack that's refreshing today, I believe, is just an 85 rated squad with an inform. The Attacker pack was the most expensive of the three, an 83 squad with an inform, and then also an 86 rated squad with it. But the Attacker position specific SBC packs are always a bit more, but watch out for that Midfielder pack refreshing today. I don't think we're going to get a new pack, just the Midfielder one refreshing. And since all of those SBCs ended up requiring Team of the Weeks, Team of the Weeks actually did hit 12,000 coins yesterday at the content drop. They're 11.5 right now on bid. This would maybe be last call if you wanted to make a Team of the Week investment before tomorrow on Tuesday, when we would potentially get, it's not a guarantee, it's a hope, honestly, right now, but potentially get that unlimited repeatable 8220 type grind. And odds are that it would require Team of the Week like it did last year. So that's an investment you could make. Also know that Team of the Weeks are being invested in by a ton of people right now. So if we do not get one of those unlimited repeatable grinds, which would be very sad, then I don't think Team of the Weeks would do very well. They would probably stay at min price, but that's really a no-risk investment, because if you're buying Team of the Weeks at 10,500, 10,750 coins, that's almost minimum price, and at that point, you can just wait until they go up over time. So that's the investment opportunity that I think is still there with Team of the Weeks. Now, let's take a look at our last SBC that dropped yesterday, and that is CC, 2 Playstyle Plus Team of the Year Icon CC card. Honestly, this is the cheapest Team of the Year Icon SBC that we have had, and it's priced at 1.1 million coins. 5-star skills, 4-star weak foot. She's got the Tiki Taka Plus, but can only play center attack in mid. I think that's maybe a downside to this card. Other than that, the shooting, passing, dribbling stats look phenomenal. The play styles look phenomenal. Maybe Inventive Plus you don't love because it's not the most useful, but I think that it is useful in some certain situations. And with this card having Tiki Taka Plus, I mean, and the other base playstyles, that's still enough reason for a lot of people to complete this. But 9 squads, it's crazy. Like, again, this is another thing that we look at and say, man, EA's got to be releasing an unlimited pack grind if they're pricing this SBC even over 1 million coins. I mean, we go from an 84 rated lone side here to an 87, and then boom, we're straight into 4 88 rated squads, 5 of them, I guess, and then 2 89 rated squads, making this come in once again at 1.1 million coins. Now, the card itself is mostly downvoted, and I do think this SBC is too expensive, but again, if we get an unlimited repeatable grind, then maybe it's not going to be. When I take a look at the other players that have been released during this promo as well, and kind of ponder, do I want to do the CC SBC? Honestly, I would rate Tati ahead of her card personally, but that's just maybe my look and out view on things. Also, Elise would be a very good card compared to hers as well, but I think CC could be classed as maybe the most meta if you really wanted to do that center attacking mid SBC that we have seen there, just because she's going to have great left stick dribbling, and of course Tiki Taka Plus with incisive base. She's going to be a very, very good card. I just think maybe that Inventive Plus for me is throwing, me off of it. Maybe a lot of people as well look at that and say, for Inventive Plus, for 1 million coins, having 1.5 good playstyle pluses doesn't really seem to be worth it for me. And I totally understand that. Now let's talk about fodder for a second, because fodder's a really interesting thing right now in this game. Prices yesterday moved up on 89s, 90s, because people are still doing the Messi Ronaldo player pick, the Totti, the CC, the Marcelo, the Sophia Wilson, the Butragueño, that have so many 88 and 89 rated squads inside of them. But the 91s, which of course are really only needed for the 90 rated squad that we have inside of Marcelo, they're not really moving that much. They're still around the same thing, like around 99 to 100,000 coins. So down just a little bit. And low rated fodder is very low once again. Here's what I think about fodder. If I'm thinking about a potential unlimited repeatable pack grind or not getting that this week, that's really going to make the difference on fodder. If we do get an unlimited repeatable pack grind, that's going to make myself and all of us go do more SBCs. And in that case, we might be able to start an SBC like Marcelo or Totti that we weren't thinking we were going to do before because we didn't have enough fodder. But now if we do have an 8220, that's just going to unlock more SBC completions because we're going to have more fodder, which means you're going to end up buying a little bit more fodder here or there too to complete an SBC that you wouldn't think you were going to be able to do before. I think if we do get an unlimited repeatable grind, 87s and 88s would go up still a good bit, and 89s, 90s, and 91s would continue to go up. But I think that 84s, 85s, and 86s, depending on the requirements of whatever grind we have, maybe wouldn't move as much. It does depend on the requirements for sure, but if you have an 8220 or an 8310, 82 times 14, you're going to be packing loads of 83s, 4s, and 5s, and even 86s as well. So if I was going to invest in fodder this week, I would try to aim for 87s and above. And I think this would be a good window to try to get in on fodder before it goes up too much. Of course, you can see like Cole Palmer was as low yesterday as 3.2K, hit around like almost 4K around the content drop time. He's 3.8 again right now. Take a look at 87s. Try to get them in the low 3K range. That's probably a good price. 88s. I mean, try to get some of these that are like 10K plus on bid for around 8,000 coins. It's really interesting. The cheapest 88 rated cards, Paredes, Gabriel Lewandowski, and Katoto, well, at least the first three, those are really packable and the most commonly packed 88s, I think, from the premium league upgrades. And that's why they're that cheap, because most people, like myself included, have multiples of them in their duplicate storage. So maybe don't invest in those, but I think 87s still look pretty cheap. And other than that, I don't know if I'd mess with the 85s and 86s. You could, because, I mean, 85s could go from 1.5K on bid to 2.5K. It's possible. But I think I'm a little more worried about those if we do get an unlimited repeatable grind there. If we don't get an unlimited repeatable grind, then all the fodder is probably going to rise up during the week, and people would, of course, be very upset. So, again, I'm not expecting, I keep mentioning it, right? Because that's the biggest thing that we're looking forward to on this game is an 82 times 20 type of SBC. But so much of this game hinges on that this week. If we don't get that, Team of the Year prices are probably going to go up. Let's talk about that, right? Team of the Year prices, once again, are kind of in the same boat. They're just kind of stable, waiting. It almost feels like this market itself just feels like it's waiting for either something good to happen and maybe prices drop a little bit, or something bad to happen, and then people are going to be like, okay, I'm not packing any more Team of the Years. I'm going to go buy these cards. That's the way I look at these as well. Like we said yesterday, if we get an unlimited repeatable 8220, I think these cards drop a bit. If we don't, I think they go up. Even the same thing with the honorable mentions. Sure, you had some fluctuations yesterday where you could have made some coins in a few of these cards, but right now, I personally don't feel confident buying too much for a team to hold on to even for the next week until we figure out what is happening with this pack grind. But I will say this, if you're wanting to get active on the market, if you're like, Nate, you know what, the market motivates me, screw this Team of the Year upgrade pack stuff that's going on right now, I just want to start trading and make some coins. Get out there and get on bids and get on fluctuation flips, because if you take a look at graphs, prices are still moving pretty good. Like De Jong, 630 to 680, 690. That's not bad. Honestly, like, you can find good flips out there, and you can find cards out of packs cards specifically that are fluctuating really good, especially 87 rated players, popular 87 rated cards. You've already started to see some of them go up in price. Like, we were talking about this in the Twitch stream yesterday. Look at Yaya Toure over the past week. Now that 87 rated cards are starting to fit Evos, look what he's done in the past 4 days. 230,000 coins, and now he's rising up to almost 300K. Just because if there's an 87 rated center mid cam or CDM Evo that were to be released, you know, especially a CDM Evo with Incisive Plus and the fact that it's Yaya, this card would be a hot item for potential Evos. So that is one thing I want to mention as well, is investing in 87 rated cards that could fit Evos is somewhere you could look around the market right now before we know what's going to happen with the unlimited repeatable pack grind and stuff like that. I would definitely be watching out for those cards. Now, that's enough little market conversation there. I'm not trading as much this week myself until we figure out what's happening with kind of the market in this pack grind, and then we'll feel a lot more confident in terms of where to put our coins. Now, let's talk about the Icon Evo leak and just get straight into that. Since we started talking about Evos there with that Yaya Toure anyway, this leak is shaking a little bit of things up because icon-only evolutions always sound really cool, and that's what I want to discuss with this. When you hear a max 87 icon evolution is set to come soon, and the fact that it could be 2 playstyle pluses, number one, icons are the best cards in this game. They have the nostalgia hype. They are the best chemistry linking cards that we have, right? And then 2 playstyle plus Evos is what we've been wanting to see. I personally have been wanting to see that because the SBCs have gone to 2 playstyle pluses. The Evos haven't really gone to 2 playstyle pluses yet. Now, of course, we've been evolving icons this year. You're like, Nate, we were boosting Jarzinho, Maldini, and maybe Charlton, Pele, Hullet. Of course, people have been upgrading those cards for a while. So we've been evolving icons. But the thing that is unique about this Evo is it is an icon-only evolution. And when I first saw this leak, I was like, oh, yeah. Usually these aren't that great. I mean, there was an Icon Evo last year in FC25 called Iconic Rise that was free, and it basically gave a +4 overall for a max 88 icon card, up to 90. It gave +10 pace, 6 shooting, 8 passing, 5 dribbling, 2 defending, 2 physical, a weak foot, and a skills up to 4-star. But it didn't give any play styles, and really, it didn't make that many icons look that good. Like that Ian Wright, does he really look that much better? +1 shooting, 4 passing, 5 dribble. Sure, that's a bit better, but he's got chip shot plus. Like, the opportunity that you have to make one of these fodder icons actually look good is not very good unless it does something good like give a second play style plus. And that is what the league says it's going to do. He says, I think it'll be 2 playstyle pluses. So that's the first thing that I like and have actually a little bit of optimism for in relation to this Evo. And then his comment down here is really what kind of nailed it for me, is like, okay, this one's going to be different unless EA changed the requirements. When I looked at this Evo leak before, I thought it was going to be exactly like this one. The rarity had to be the icon card. It was tied to a base icon rarity back in FC25 when we had the specific icon only Evo. And if you had an icon only Evo and you're only able to Evo these few cards that are max 87 rated only base icons, that wouldn't be very cool. But what about cards like Cruyff, Zico, Henry, and Vieira, and maybe even other icons that you have? Like I've got the Bobby Charlton, who's not a silver superstar anymore because of the glitched Evos that EA released earlier this year. Maybe you got the glitched Evo for Pele as well, and their card type has changed. They allegedly, according to the leaks, could fit this Evo too, because Foot Police responded to Rocky, who asked the question that I was wondering exactly here. He said, the big question is, will Cruyff, Zico, and Henry fit, or is it just base icons? And he says, right now I have it. The requirement is the league is icons. It's not rarity based, so right now I think they fit. He says silver icons do not fit, of course, because it must not be Silver Superstars icon. That seems to be normal now for basically all Evos. EA has kind of turned off the fun evolving those Silver Superstar icon cards. But if this does indeed have a requirement of league icon instead of card type and rarity base icon, then that means you would be able to Evo a card like this Bobby Charlton. You would be able to Evo Cruyff and Zico or Thierry Henry. Depending on the other requirements that are there for a part of the Evo, those cards would technically fit. And I think that makes it a whole lot more hype. And if it does give a second playstyle plus, which hopefully we figure out soon what it is, that could make it more hype as well. But the reason why I'm still a little skeptical on an Evo like this is when you have an icon Evo, like we saw with the one in FC25, it's not really position specific. So if it's not position specific, is it just going to give a stats boost, maybe a weak foot and skills boost? And how is it going to give a second playstyle plus that's going to be good for every card? Like, let's say like I have a Davor Suker max 87 rated base icon that's in my club. Honestly, if I could give him a second playstyle plus that was finesse or quick step, maybe, I don't know, low driven, I would absolutely do it. But he only has 3 other base playstyles on his base icon card. So it would have to be an Evo that gives more base playstyles too. And if that's the case, if it works good for Suker and attackers, then it wouldn't really work good for the playstyles for a defender like Vidic. Now, these cards have already started to move on the market. Look at this Vidic, almost 300,000 coins. And yesterday, before the leak came out, he was like 220,000. So a lot of these icons have started to move. I know it shows in the red here, but a lot of them, if you look at their graph, yeah, there we go. There's some green. They are up in price if you take a look at their values for what they were before the icon leak. But that is the most interesting thing with this is how are these cards going to look after the upgrade? For those that are 85, 86, and 87 rated icons that fit this Evo, how much of a boost is it? What playstyles are we getting? But of course, you guys always know we're going to say this, sell it into the hype. The Cruyff, right? Take a look at Cruyff's price. Very popular Evo investment. People have been waiting for a day like this. He is about 600,000 coins right now. Yesterday, he was like 560K. He actually did peak at 630 right after this tweet was put out. So what I would do is hold until we learn more about this evolution and sell it in the hype, as you guys always know we're going to say. But that is at least intriguing. If it's max 87, potentially gives a second play style plus, and it's for icons only, that could actually be an intriguing Evo. But I want to talk about that today because I feel like that was the biggest piece of news that we have right now. And into the rest of today's content on Monday, stuff that we really need to know is, number one, these FC Pro packs are very good. Today's the FC Pro Open Finals, which means all those top 3 players from the groups come together to play in the FC Pro Open Finals. And today, the rewards for watching this live stream for 60 minutes of time in total is a lone Tonali, an 84x5, an 85x3, and the group reward is an 87x2. Just for opening a tab on a live stream and having that open today. Of course, if you're in game, make sure you there's a QR code behind my camera as well here on the screen in your game. Take a picture of that. Make sure you have your account linked. Watch on Twitch or on YouTube, or have them both up just to make sure that you get the progress there locked and loaded. But those are some very good packs. And once again, remember, the winner of the FC Pro today will choose between those 4 icons that we looked at yesterday and create their own FC Pro Open Championship Icon SBC. So that's something that's still out there that we're watching for that should be mentioned for sure. Now, I'm not expecting too much else for content today. Again, unless we get a surprise unlimited grind, that's expected tomorrow on Tuesday, because that is when our 86 plus times 2 pack goes away. And we think that when that one expires, that could open the door, just like it did last year, for a Tuesday release of the unlimited repeatable grind. Again, just double checking that SBC does expire tomorrow on Tuesday. It's not today, but we do have, again, like we mentioned, a new upgrade pack that should be refreshing today. Not a new one, it's already out. The 85-3 midfielder pack, that should be refreshing for today. Other than that, maybe we get a new player pick. I think the 80 plus player pick is going to expire. I haven't really been doing any of those myself because I love the crafting upgrades. I think that one is clear, but I do believe the 80 plus pick, it goes away, or already went away. Is that one still here? No, it's going away today, so something's probably going to replace that. And then, of course, we should get an SBC player. We had CC yesterday. It's now down to Lautaro, Dumornay, and Pulisic for the next Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Maybe there's one more player that's going to be involved in this as well. Those are the leaked SBCs that we do have right now. We do not know which one is today, but I'm sure it will be leaked ahead of time before the content today as well. And the last thing for Monday content is the daily login objective. If you've been doing it every single day, completes itself today. If you've been doing it, the daily login today will be 14 of 14. I have one more to go complete. And this evolution we get is pinged and incisive base for a max 86 rated card, but then the group reward is what you're after. The 84x10 pack, just for logging into the game every single day. That is a very good pack right there. So make sure you get your daily login done today. Make sure you get your FC Pro hooked up. And today, guys, is another day of the pack grind. If, depending on what happens to the rest of this week with unlimited this, unlimited that, we have got a lot of packs to open before then, even after then, if that does come out. But we're still chasing the blues. We've only got one blue still. I say only. I get in trouble by the chat when I say only one blue, because I am very happy to have one blue, and a very good blue at that. But I just feel like we're not done yet, man. The honorable mentions, 0. Team of the Year icons, 0. And I'm ready to just spend this entire week opening as many packs as I possibly can, getting all the rating guarantee packs, meaning like 83, 4, 5 plus pack rewards that I can get to try to have my best chance at a team of the year still. And, you know, we will be spending a few coins on store packs along the way. And I don't want to really glorify the store packs at all, but I do want to mention one thing. There's a store player pick that you probably have seen a lot of people opening. It's like a 4 of 10 or a 5 of 10. It's called Time of the Year player pick. It's not out right now. They sell out fast. But if you have a lot of coins, again, no points, right? Do it for me, no points. But with coins, that is a player pick that is at least worth considering, in my opinion, because I've seen crazy things come out of those player picks. They are 200,000 coins and they are in global limits. But that's like if you're going last ditch effort to try to pack a blue, I would do one of those player picks, or I would do the 550k pack, which I watched or heard somebody actually open this pack, 8 of them on share plays, and there were no team of the years pulled from 8 of those packs, which at that point, with a 6.6% chance of that happening, feels a bit unlucky. But still, I'm trying to pack these guys from the 79x3s, from the league upgrades, because the amount of emotion that you would feel from packing a blue from one of these league upgrades, it's going to hit different after you put in all the work. You feel like you're up against the odds. It's kind of like the underdog story. So I am chasing blues from these. We're rinsing, doing the crafting upgrades, doing every SBC possible. And if you want to come hang out and chat while we open a bunch of those today, make sure to drop by the Twitch stream around the content drop time. We will be opening packs today, putting off our weekly games that we need to play, and hopefully getting that blue counter up to 2. Appreciate you guys watching the videos. As always, if you enjoyed this one, drop a thumbs up on it, comment down below if you have any questions, and of course, subscribe if you're new. Have a great Monday, and I'll see you in the stream today. It's been Nate, but kind of a great Monday. Peace out.